There we go. Okay, now we're recording. All right, so like I mentioned, this is the recovery training program, how to make your free business website. We're gonna go ahead and record this webinar, so it'll be on demand as well. Hopefully get it uploaded to YouTube. So if you guys ever need to rewatch the webinar or see the steps again, you can go ahead and just enter either through YouTube or by finding the link for this webinar. You can always email us for any questions as well. Okay, and we're also live streaming on Facebook, so feel free to share. Just to let you guys know a little bit more of those who don't know the SBDC, we're a network of small business development centers. We offer free consulting to small businesses on all types of stages, from the startup all the way to, you know, when they need to expand, or either if there's existing businesses and they need help in like marketing or small business administration or financing, we can go ahead and help them as well. All right, so first off, I'm gonna give just an introduction. I'm assuming that most businesses who have entered this webinar are still not sure if they need a website or, you know, how to even get started on deciding what kind of website they need, etc. Right? So we're gonna go ahead and take this training into a couple different sections. The first one is the introduction, and then the next part, what I call the virtual training, is where I'm gonna start sharing to you my screen. I'm gonna we'll sort of build a website live. And I'm also open to any type of suggestions, or if you guys have any questions, and we can work on your website or anything here, okay? So first off, why do you need a website? Well, according to the SBA, 97% of consumers search online for products and services, but 1 out of every 2 small businesses is simply not there for customers to find. All right, so this means that nowadays, everybody's searching for their business on Google. They're searching for the business online. They're seeing if they have a website. They're searching for reviews. Any type of product or service that's not online is really missing out on a lot of potential customers that you can have, okay? So a good website along with social media will give you all the tools that you need to complement your business already, okay? And before we go ahead and get started, and if you're a business owner, I whipped up this quick checklist just so you know, okay, am I ready for a website? Okay, so this part is for the existing business. Okay, so do you have a professional logo or corporate image? First off, you need to know that your business, it should have a logo designed or even a sort of corporate image that you can upload to the internet, okay? Without having a professional logo, it's not something that was made on perhaps a PowerPoint that if you upload it to the social media or if you upload it to your website, it's gonna get all stretched out. No, we would like to have a professional logo for the business. And if somebody designed it for you, just have the originals. It's really, don't dig too much into it, but it is needed. Next is I have somebody who will work my website and the networks. Why? Because you need the time to dedicate it and to be constant. Just by creating the website and just by creating the networks isn't going to do much for you if it's not being constantly maintained, if you're not constantly putting content out there, or if you're not sharing information. You know, what's the point of just having and making that investment if you don't have somebody to work it? And by, I mean somebody who works it. It's not like, okay, well, I have my son, my daughter, my nephew who's going to check up on it every weekend. No, I would recommend having somebody on the team, if not yourself, that will work the website and can check it daily or at least every couple of days, especially if you're an e-commerce type that's going to be constantly checking for product orders, sending out shipments, answering reviews, comments, etc. That is something that you definitely need to have in mind, that you are going to need somebody on your team to handle this part, okay? The next is my business does not have serious customer service problems and they have their internal processes in order. This is very important because once you have an online presence and once you start really putting yourself out there, I mean, everybody will be able to see it. If you don't have all your internal process, all the back end part of the business, or if it's not adapted to be able to handle the demand on social media or on e-commerce, think of it as if you opened up a different store or a second location. If you don't have somebody to handle it there, or if you don't have your processes, that person in the second location is just going to do whatever they want. And all the clients are going to start seeing that if they're doing a bad job, they're going to see, you know what, the entire business is at fault, not just the website or not just the social media. Okay. And if you're a startup, I always recommend having a business plan. You can make a business plan for a completely online web e-commerce site. You can make a business plan for your business, and then having it, one of your channels will be your website, and knowing who your target market is. This is important in both. With the existing business, I'm assuming you already have a business plan and you know who your target market is, because it is very important that you have to know who your clients are. You need to know who the person you're advertising. You need to know the person that's going into your website. Okay, so you can make the website easier to use for them. At the end of the day, you're selling to them, and you're having your sales process a lot easier with them. Okay. All right. So if you have that, you're ready for an online presence. Okay. So I'm just gonna explain really quickly. I know as a business owner, you don't need to know all the tech part about IP addresses, all that kind of stuff. All you have to know are the main components on a website, and it consists of 3 parts. It's up to you how you create them and how you combine them, but it's basically, what is your domain name and host? I'll explain all of these in a second. The organization of the website, how the website is designed, text, photos, and other interactive elements. Those are the main components on a website, okay? That's all you got to know as a business owner for you to be able to build your website, or to hire somebody to build the website. All you have to know are these main parts, okay? So the domain, without going too much into it, it's basically the name of your website. For example, that's the name that somebody and your customer is going to type in on their search on their browser, and they'll be able to find you. Like, for example, if you're a bakery in the real world, they'll be able to know that your bakery is there because you can have a sign on the door or on top of the building. The domain is the same thing. Okay. For example, and the domain can only be one. You only have one domain. Every domain is unique. Okay. So for example, if we search the sdivsbdc.org on the internet and somebody already has that name, we won't be able to use it. Okay. And for finding a domain, let me go ahead and show you guys. There's a lot of different websites that you can get domains. I'll show you a couple. You're able to see my screen, right? Okay. So for example, any type of website that sells domain or will help you with domains, you're able to find here the name. For example, I don't know, let's say we want to find the sdivsbdc.org. To you that it's already registered, because obviously we have a website with this domain, and it gives you a lot of suggested names, and every platform is pretty much the same one. So if you have the name of your business, you're gonna want to have the domain the same, just because it's a lot easier for customers to recognize it. Okay, like for example, if you have a business called Nana's Kitchen and you want to have a website, you're not gonna put nanasuperdelivery.com, right? No, it'll most likely want to be Nana's Kitchen so people can identify you. All right, back to the presentation. Okay, so that's basically how the domain works. Like I said, a good domain is one that's easy to remember, short and direct as possible. And it's also possible to have a domain through your host, which we're getting right now. Choosing a host. Okay, a host is where your website will live on, and you would build your website here and direct all your clients to here. Think of the host as like your business location. It's going to be the building where you're going to open everything up, where you're going to put in the stove, where you're going to put in all the equipment you're going to need. Well, this is how the host works. You're going to put in all of your content in there. You're going to direct clients through here. This is going to be where your home page is. There are a lot of different builders out there that offer the design, the domain, and hosting, usually for a monthly fee. For example, the most common one are Wix, Squarespace, Weebly, HostGator, Shopify, Joomla. There's also Bluehost. There's a lot of different hosts out there. I recommend for the client, don't stress too much about the host at the beginning, because you can always change hosts. You can always change your website when you're going to upgrade. The important thing is to get started. Okay. If you're already thinking of making a long-term business investment on your website and on your design and everything, I recommend WordPress, because it is a lot more. Once you use that one once, I mean, you can always keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading, and it's a free host platform. You just have to pay for like maintenance and all that kind of stuff. But I recommend WordPress if you're going to make an initial big investment already. But when you're starting out, any one of these is perfect. I'll show you how these look like in a minute, okay? The next part is preparing the text, photos, and interactive elements, which I recommend once you make the website, take the pictures that you're going to need for the website and for the business before you even build the website, just to save time. And like I said, that little picture says right there, you don't need an expensive studio to take great product photos. As you can see, you can take them with a cell phone with just some good lighting. If you have a white background, put in with a couple of lights. I've started e-commerce products with these white papers. You can buy them at Walmart. You buy those $10, $15 lights, like desk lights, and then you buy little light bulbs that are like sort of like daylight. You put those together and you have this, and you're able to take a picture with a cell phone or with a camera, and you're able to upload them with a white background. Why? Because it just looks neat when you upload it to your website, and it gives it that transparentness that you have. Okay, so you don't really need to have a huge budget for creating good content. Okay, that's the important part where a lot of business owners get stuck on. In reality, this is what it looks like. If you're taking for clothes, if you're taking for any type of product that can be sold in this fashion, that option is perfect for you. Okay, and just to show you an example of how it looks like, this is our website. Our website was made on the platform WordPress, and the domain was actually purchased on GoDaddy, which is one of the options that I showed you there for the host. So how do you organize your website? There's actually no right or wrong way to organize a website, but it's always convenient to put yourself in the place of your visitors, like I mentioned before. What are they looking for? What do you want to achieve on your website? And what are the goals of the business? Every single one of the platforms, they have its own instructions and tutorials and templates, everything already pre-designed. So it's not like you have to learn any type of coding anymore. WordPress is the only one. Actually, WordPress also has everything pre-designed, and you can always download templates, and there's a lot of different places on the internet where you just download a template and then you start editing yourself, which is what I'm going to show you guys right now. And the most important thing of these is, what are your business goals? What do you want the website for? Do you want it as a landing page, which means you want people to have a reference of you online so they'll go in, know about your products and your services, and then contact you? Or do you want a complete e-commerce type business where you're going to be selling your products and your services online? Okay, so you have to know what are your business goals, which is why the importance of the checklist before. You have to have everything established. I mean, making a website, it is an investment, mostly in time, because you don't want to have, for example, a complete e-commerce site if you're not going to be selling any products yet, or if you're not going to be using it for that. If you want to give your services, or you want to put up content, blogs, videos, etc., a landing page site is much more efficient for you, because you're going to be able to upload everything. They're not going to necessarily be buying anything. If they want to contact you, you can always have a contact me option, and you can get everything directly to your email and just answer emails, answer product order, and then make the sales process. Okay. The important thing about a website is the website is not going to be your main selling process. It's a way for you to attract customers. It's not going to be how you sell. Okay. The website will capture the customers and it'll send it towards you. You still have to have your sales process or how you're going to close the sale completely independent from this. Okay. With an e-commerce site, it's a little bit more integrated, but you get the idea here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start showing you now how the website is being made. Just skip from here. Do you have any questions up until this point? Let me go ahead and see if anybody's muted. Okay, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask. Okay. All right. Okay. So right now, the only thing I did is I quickly created an account for both Wix and to Shopify. And I just put in my information. With Wix, you can actually log in with a Google account and with Shopify as well. So I'm going to make an example for each one of the website examples I told you in the presentation. So for Wix, I like Wix for its templates for its landing pages. So we're going to make a landing page for the little service and product that we have right now. And Shopify is for your e-commerce solution. Okay, let me just go back to the presentation so you can see the difference. Okay, so here's Wix, here's Shopify. I clicked on these, didn't do anything extra. Wix, Shopify, and just created an account for both of them. Okay, so like I said, Wix, I'm going to make a landing page, and for Shopify, I'm going to make an e-commerce page. Okay. The cool thing about Shopify right now is through the whole COVID scenario, they're actually offering a free trial, which is, I believe, 2 months of a free trial because of the whole COVID situation. So I take advantage of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started for here. So for Wix, you make the account, it says, let's get started. What do you want to create a site for? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put myself. Okay, so is it going to be a business site? Is it going to be a blog, photography, online store, music, designer, events, other, etc.? So I'm going to say it's a business site. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of different options depending on what you want it to be, but this is a landing page, so we're going to do a business site. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put, I've never done this before, so it'll give you much more tutorial. As you can see, it's a really, really cool platform. And then you're able to just follow through with it. Okay, so it says right here, let Wix ADI create a website for you. It'll just answer a few questions and you get a website designed in minutes automatically, or you can create your own with the editor, and you can choose a template, whichever one is easier. Which one do you guys want to pick? Okay, I'm assuming we're gonna go ahead and then this is the very first time, so we'll just click on this part. We had somebody in the chat, but one from scratch. Okay. All right, so what type of site do you want to create? All right, so for this exercise, I'm gonna go ahead and I made a quick little logo, and I'm gonna say we're launching this business. The advisor store. It's something like, for example, for us for the SBDC, I could make an example SBDC one, but I'm saying this is my business, the advisor store. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell everything that a business advisor will need. Let's say they need to buy suits, ties, shoes. This is a clothing store. Let's say this is a clothing store for like businessmen, okay? So that's what the advisor store is. I made this little logo in like 2 minutes using Canva. Okay, so ours is gonna be this. But since this is a landing page, I'm not gonna sell any products here. I'm gonna do it on the Shopify example, okay? It's just like a landing page to show people what the advisor store is. Perfect, so let's see. To your business type or website. So we are a say we're a blog. This is going to be a landing page. It's going to be a blog for businessmen, how to dress well and everything. subscribe, chat, Instagram feed. Okay. That's gonna go ahead and do the easiest one, which is the mailing. Yeah, you could choose everything. Next. Okay. Okay, so we don't have any contents already, so we're just gonna put skip logo. Go. The address, I'm gonna go ahead and enter our address for the SBDC. I forgot our address. Number. Right now, I'm not gonna share any type of the social media. Right here, you can upload like your Facebook and everything, but since this is an example and it's not gonna really go live, I'm not gonna add any of that yet. But you can see, you just put in your logo, the name, the email address that you use to create this, your address, phone number. Think of this as what you're gonna put for your business. Okay. And next. Okay, so it just says pick a theme you like. So these are fonts and colors that will be used to design the site. You can always change everything later. Let's see, which one do you guys like? I think I'll go with Breeze or Hype. Okay, Breeze. Going with Breeze. Okay, and it even allows you to choose colors from the logo to create a palette for your site, which means it'll create similar colors for you. So I'm gonna go, okay, go for it. Okay, it's even taking it further. Pick your favorite homepage design. You can easily customize your colors, images, and more. Right now it's loading. And check it out. You can go ahead and choose any one of these designs to make your website. For example, this one I had fed has the logo, the main menu, it has the front page, scroll down, and it has, since I wanted this to be a blog for, I don't know, for how the businessman can dress well, what kind of content and tools can you always be giving for your clients, any type of tips and tricks to become a better business advisor, and the contact information. I really like this one. This is another one similar, just a different color, contact, and where you can find us. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. Or maybe this one. We'll go with this one. Yes, everything that appears on here you can change. I'll show you right now. Right now we're gonna enter the website editor. On the editor, you can change any type of main photos. I mean, this is just giving you the basic template. You're gonna be able to customize absolutely everything. All right. Okay, so here is the top. Okay, now we're going to go back to the presentation. We have the design created. I'm going to go ahead and show you part of the presentation again, just so you can have some tips and tricks on how to design it, okay? All right, so the homepage. The homepage is what I just showed you right now. So the homepage, it directs visits to other pages of your website through the navigation menu, and this could be shown at the top page or on the side. In any case, it's a menu that allows visitors to move from one part of the web to the other. Right here, home, blog, subscribe, Instagram, contact. Okay, so this is the home part, and on any website, this is always recommended to be at the very top. If you go through most websites, you're gonna have that home menu, and that's the part that you need to adapt into, because these are gonna be like the sections of your website. Think of this website being like a book. These are the chapters. You're able to, the table of contents. You're able to go to chapter 1, chapter 2, to the end, or etc. Right? But this is the main menu for any type of website. Should always have that. And what we always recommend. Okay, let me show you a little bit more about the how this whole entire designing part looks like. You're inside the part of the Wix website editor right now. Okay, and we're on the home page. So this is like I said, the home menu, and on any website, like I was saying, the logo should always allow you to go straight back to the home page. Anywhere you click on the logo, it should always take you to the home page. We're going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, so let me just show you a little bit of how this works. Remember when you asked how if you can change the colors? All of it you can click by edit, and you're able to edit the title. I didn't like this subtitle, so we're gonna put it, let's see, welcome to the advisor store. The media right here, you can edit and replace. Let's say we want a, let's say we're gonna go ahead and replace that photo. Oh, this is a free photo bank where you can get a lot of free photos, like it says. Let's see, I like this one. It's free download. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're gonna change this photo. Let's say I didn't like it, edit and replace. Image, replace. Okay, and from here, you're gonna notice that Wix actually uploads any type of your file, any type of video, any type of photo that you upload, Wix will automatically save them all, okay? Let's go. Here are some that Wix gives you. If you want to upload one, you just click upload media. Okay, so we're uploading it there. Okay, and so while we wait for this to upload, you know, like what we're doing right now is we're building that very basic landing page, and like I said, this can be adapted for any type of your of business that you have. If you want to change the template, you can always do that as well. Depending, like for example, there's templates for even every type of business industry. There's a template. If you have a restaurant, there's a special template for a restaurant. If you have a gym, there's a special template for a gym. If you have a transport service, there's a template for a transport service. and you're able to just customize the things, or you can start from scratch. Okay, so let's say we want this one. Bye. All right, so this is how it's looking like. We have the main menu with the little logo. Okay, and every change you make is automatically saved for you. Okay, so this is the main menu. This is the home page. You can always change this or take this out. You can take out this part. You can change the order of it. You can change the design. You can put a video instead of the photo, which we recommend as well. So everything you can change right here. I'm going to use this one. Okay. Change everything up to here. So I want to drag it out of his face. All right, we'll figure out how to drag it out of his face in a second. But you're starting to get the idea here, okay? So this section is called the body of the website. And everything here, like for example, in mine, this is a landing page and this is a blog. I made it so it has different blog posts because the person that's gonna enter my website is, the target is a business advisor, a businessman, or anybody who just wants to have tips on how to, you know, better be a better business advisor or be a better businessman, etc. Okay, so that's my target market. In your case, you're gonna have a lot of different stuff. Right now, if you want, I'll make one for like a restaurant or something. Okay, so right here, there's different articles that you're gonna feed it yourself. You can click on here to manage the blog, and you can start editing however you like. Okay, then the next part is the important part, which is about how to have people contact you. In this case, this is a way to subscribe, and we're gonna tie this with putting in the name and their email address, and they'll automatically be sent to me, and I can create a database with people's email on it. And that's what's gonna help me with my sales process, okay? At the end of the day, what you want the landing page for is so people can go, see our services, see what we're all about, and they can go ahead and contact us. See our Instagram, etc. See, contact information, again, the subscribe, and always the option of having people being allowed to chat with you, okay? All this, like I said, is completely customizable. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and edit this part and add the part of the store, okay? So, edit here. All right, site menu, add a menu item. This new one is gonna go ahead and be another page. Web address. Okay, so for example, here, I'm gonna put in the Shopify. Okay, right now I can't put in I need the actual link, but I could put, for example, page. I'm gonna put this new one. Right now I'm gonna create the Shopify. So it's gonna allow us to have right here, Shopify store, and they can click the little button and they'll take us to our Shopify store, okay? So I think right here with this, you have the basic idea of how to create like the blogs part of it. Now I'm gonna explain to you really quickly how you're able to see and navigate through the editor, okay? So on top of here, you're able to always add a section to a page itself. By adding a section, you do this. okay? And you make a top section, which you can feed a lot of different type of things. Subscribe Instagram. Depending on the type of template you use, you're able to add a lot of things. Frequently asked questions, event list, testimonials, team members, portfolio, videos, opening hours, etc. I mean, there's a lot of different things you can add on here. Okay. You can add apps to it, which of this is like a chatbot, which I highly recommend, because by adding a chatbot, this means that whenever somebody enters your site and they're on there for more than a certain amount of time, it could be 10 seconds, 15 seconds, automatically a little chatbot will appear saying, hey, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Can I make a website for beauty? Beauty, what type of website would you want exactly? Okay, like it says, online store. You can add an app to be a complete online store on Wix, bookings, forum, the pricing plans, etc., restaurants, music. If I want to have like a vlog with video and live streams, I can put it on here. If I want to have like a playlist for working in the office, etc., I mean, all that you can add. It's all about being as creative as you can and just having it organized. Simple and clean beauty shop. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and then change the theme. Right. Site, connect domain. Okay. So we're gonna click here on create new site and we're gonna create that beauty one, okay? All right, so what kind of is beauty and wellness or online store? So a simple beauty shop. So I imagine you wanna sell like products, or is it gonna be like a hairdresser type deal and you want people to go to find the business location, or are you gonna sell products of it? For the beauty shop. Does it mean you're like a place where you want people to go and find your location? Like, let's say so you're gonna sell products. Okay. Okay, so for that one, we're gonna click on online store. We're gonna choose a template this time. All right. So it has online store website templates for a lot of different things. We're gonna go to beauty and wellness, choose a template. Like it says, it has a lot of different templates that you want. And that's how, an online store will look like. It gives you little previews of the stores. Okay, so which one of these do you guys want to choose? Okay, we're gonna go with, this one. All right, so the Wix editor is starting to work. And the cool thing about this editor is whenever you have any type of question or if you're stuck, it always has a help section. And it also has like live support chat. And you're able to build and edit and make any type of changes as many times as you want. And it's completely free until you launch it. And I'll show you how it launches right now, okay? Perfect. So here is the editor. You're able to see here, navigate. I'm going to show you what these buttons do at the top. Home, you're able to switch the page from home to any type of this part of the section of this theme, this template has all these sections. You can always edit them and everything, okay? You're able to see how it's gonna look like on the desktop version or on the mobile version, which is very important to have a mobile version because around 80% of clients who are searching for anything, they do it from their cell phone, okay? And it gives you a preview of how it's gonna look on their mobile. Okay. Up here, you're able to make any type of changes to the site. You save, preview, publish it. When you publish it, it means that you choose your domain and it's live, which means that now people can go in like beautyshop.com and they're gonna be able to find it, and it's completely live. Okay. So site history, you can duplicate a site if you want to have two versions, etc. Remember, you can only have one website live per domain. Okay, which means that if this one's called beautyshop.com, there won't be two websites that will have the same name. Okay. Settings, you can connect your domain, which means that if you went to, for example, the ones we showed you right now, let's go to GoDaddy, or Google domain, or whichever. And you want the website name to be beautyshop.com or anything, you buy it and you're able to connect it over here, okay? Get a mailbox, and right here there's just gonna be a lot of different upgrades. A mailbox is like you have an email address for your business. This is basically just hooks you up with what we call G Suite, and you have like, for example, information at beautyshop.com, right? Having a little trouble with the internet connection. Okay, so since this is a super uh, domain, I guess it's more like a premium, what it calls it right here, because of the keywords. That's why it says that it's really expensive. But in reality, if you choose, like, for example, yes, shop, if you make it more unique, it's definitely not going to be that price. Okay, so this one's taken. Right, but there's already .shop, .com, Maria, beautyshop.com, and the one's $12. There's more that will go to $2, $3, etc. Usually, with when you purchase a domain through your host, it's much cheaper, or the plan that you use is much cheaper because it'll give you a free domain for the first year. So here's a lot of more stuff you can add: tools, toolbars, help, upgrade, etc. Right. All right. So we're gonna go back to the site. All right. So now we have this mobile site. I mean, this desktop site, and you're gonna be able to edit everything. Like I said, you can edit the text on here directly. You can edit the fonts. You can change how the menu you want it to look. You can manage the pages, which means that if you don't want a shop ball or one for hair extensions, just delete it. Okay. You don't want anything about accessories or any type of section, you can always delete or add. Okay, and navigate straight to that section as well. If you click here, you go here, and then you go ahead and start. Since this one's empty, you can go ahead and start uploading your products through here. Image button, a gallery. Say we want this gallery. Okay. All right, so you get the idea of how you're going to be able to change any type of elements on here. Like I said, the options are extremely unlimited for whatever you want to make, okay? So just to show you guys the example, that's how it would be like. All right. Okay. And you always, to go back to your website, you just go on my sites. Okay. And so you have your different websites on here as well. Okay. All right. So let's see, close here. Here's one for the Shopify example. I like Shopify rather than Wix for the option of an online store because it's a lot more uh, concentrated and a lot easier to sell for the part of the inventory and everything. So let's do the same thing here. Get all the information. Okay, you put on your information, your address. And right here is where you're able to link it to that blog one. So let's say if the domain was theadvisorstore.com, you can put it here, theadvisorstore.com. And you can always click this store as registered business, etc. But like I said, since this is just an example, I'm going to leave those fields blank. Yes, you can save a backup for your template. You can save everything and you're able to see them on my sites. They're all going to be saved here. Okay, so when you start here, you just select like what type of a plan it is. And right here it says child. You can always add a product, customize your theme, and add a domain. So the first thing you have to do is add your product. This is why I said take all the pictures of the product before and take everything already before. So all right, we'll leave this as a new tie. Let's say I'm selling ties right now. So I go to, I'll find one from Google real quick. It asks us to upload an image. This is why I recommend having everything on handy. If not, you're going to be stuck like me using something on Google. Make the description of it. Okay. Media, add your file. Price, say it's $8. And right here, you're able to even put in the cost per item. Let's say I bought these from China and they cost me like $1 per the item, right? Charge tags. You can put in the SKU unit for you. Like this is the whole backend part of it. If you have a product, you should have the inventory or at least put a number for the unit. Let's say this tie is 003 because I have 100 ties available. I have, I don't know, 100 available because I bought 100 ties for a reason. Physical products, the weight, you start putting all the descriptions of the products, okay? Say it was made in the US. You can put in the product keyword or the harmonized system code, which for most products you should have. And there's different sizes. For the sake of the exercise, I won't put it here. So that's what it would be. You click save. Okay, so you have your first product. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and go back. You have your products. And let's go to your online store now. I said Shopify, it's a lot easier for you to put in a product. You just customize your theme. I'm just gonna choose whatever theme I like. Okay, so the current one, it looks like this. Now let's explore free themes. And you can always download themes from the internet as well, or pay for more themes. Let's see, I think I'll choose this one. We'll work with this one. Oh, see, you had 3 months free actually for your Shopify store. Perfect. And as you can see, it has the same editor pretty much as Wix. So right here, home catalog, you upload and you put your picture here. You can change everything in here, the type. And like I said, you're able to add a lot of different stuff just by dragging on it and taking it here. So right here, you want to put a slideshow. You're going to put in all your information on here. Shop for, feature collection. You can always edit everything. And it's the same thing as the other one. This one's a little bit less user-friendly, but it's the same idea. Okay. This one's easier for products. So whenever you want to do a product, I recommend using Shopify, especially taking advantage right now that it has a free trial and everything, okay? So we're gonna go back to the presentation. So I showed you 2 different examples, or 3, I guess, with the beauty store, of how the different editors work depending on the type of product you want. For an insurance business, I recommend the first, the Wix or any type of one. You need basically what you need, a landing page, because how you sell is people, since your product is a lot more customized, or for example, you do services, you do the service of finding the correct insurance for that type of client, what you would need is a landing page that'll show the, like the first example that I did, that'll show what type of business you are, what type of services you offer, the different type of services you offer, and always inviting the person to contact you directly, which is what we're gonna go ahead and see right now. All right, so the design of the website is always keep it user-friendly. You need your logo. The design should be consistent with the rest of the site. So that means the same typography, the same content. If you're gonna have dark text here, have the same thing. If you're gonna have a light background or a dark background, just make sure it's consistent. Headers and lists to avoid that infinite scroll when you're scrolling down, you don't find what you're looking for. That little menu will solve that issue. And the call to action, which is what you need for your insurance site. So your insurance site is gonna look like the first example. It's gonna have information. You can have a blog or not. You can just basically have a simple site. There should be insurance site templates as well. But you need, basically, as long as you have a logo, if you have that design that shows what you want it to show, your headers, and the most important part is that call to action. That call to action basically means call now, or contact us, or subscribe, or request information, or request a free quote, etc. All that type of stuff is that call to action, because we're gonna get to that part right now. Call to action is how you're really gonna make that conversion, which we're getting to right now. Okay. So what is the buyer's journey? The buyer's journey is the different part of the journey that your client is gonna go through. And then remember, it works as a funnel. It starts as the awareness. So for you to be able to, you need to have a site, for you to have a website, and for them to generate awareness, you're gonna upload videos, blog posts, social media posts, infographics, quizzes, anything that will attract that attention to your client, okay? Next is a consideration. So let's say once they have seen your videos, they've seen your blog posts on your website or on your social media, they know that you exist. Now they start seeing you as an option. Once they go into your site and they click on that subscribe, or download this free webinar from a website, or download this free document, download this free quote, download these free pamphlets, etc., they start considering you as an option, okay? Let's take that example of the insurance business that you mentioned. If you put out videos, you put out blogs and content on either website or through social media, they know that you exist. And if you invite them to a free webinar that you're going to give them on like what type of 401k is better for you, or how to protect your assets or something like that, like as a webinar, and they consider it, and that means they subscribe to your webinar or they subscribe to your email list, they're in the consideration phase, okay? Then finally, what that call to action is going to do is make that decision. When you're going to start they're going to start looking for pricing, they're going to start looking for demos, or they're going to want that free quote, and they're going to contact you. And once you get them on a call, you already made a conversion, okay? You need to close that sale, and that's how you get them on this phase, okay? So that's what the buyer's journey looks like. So like I mentioned, having the website and having a social media, just because you have that and just because it exists, it doesn't mean that they're going to start flushing towards your business. No, it's a lot more work. You need to always be producing, and you always need to be maintaining it, and you always have to be putting out information to get them to make this buyer's journey, okay? This is what we call a sales funnel, or what we call the digital strategy. Just follow me here for a second. This is how the client is going to see you, okay? This is the exact same thing as this. It's just a little bit more structured, okay? This means that it's from a Facebook ad. This means it's from a blog. This means by Google Ads. This is from your Instagram. This is Facebook, YouTube, etc. Google Ads. Here is how the clients find you, okay? They hear from you on Facebook. They heard from you on your website. They saw you on Google AdWords, etc. Okay? So if they see you from here, let's say that you're pushing a webinar for insurance, okay? So let's say from here, you did an ad campaign, or on your website, it has register for a webinar. They click on the webinar. Okay, what happens next? They get a confirmation, and you send an email to follow up. What happens then? They see the broadcast, and after the broadcast, you promise them a guide, you follow up and create an account, and you do a quick testimonial or whatever, and they go ahead and send them to your landing page or through your website. So they're going to be able to subscribe for your website, okay? Or you're going to do, for example, this one, which is they just have to put in their name and email, and you give them some type of free content. And there you go ahead and send them through email, you follow up, story, testimonial, etc. You start emailing them until they finally order your product or your service. This is for a product, this one's for a service. Okay, so which is why I always mention, just like I said again, having the website and having the social media is not enough to get the clients there. You always got to think of having an actual strategy of how you're going to get them from here to here. Okay. Do you have any questions on this part? There's going to be more trainings on exactly how to make a digital strategy, how to make social media, how to make paid ads, how to make all of that. For example, this training is exclusively focused on the website, okay? So before we finish, I just want to go ahead and show you the pricing plans on all of these, so you can just have in mind. Right now, like I said, making the website, making everything is completely free. Making the account for either one is completely free. But when you make it go live and you connect your domain and it looks completely live, you can start seeing the different plans. Okay, for example, this one is for Wix. Let me change it again, $2. For some reason, I keep getting it always in pesos, but at the end of it, it's like $6 and like $8. No, it's $4, $8, etc. For different type of pricing. Let me see if I can change that down somewhere down here. Right, it's not giving me the option. But the pricing, it's per month, it's on a yearly basis, and it always has like the bandwidth, the storage, etc. For any type of website, when you're just starting out, get the most basic plan that gives you perhaps a free domain. If not, you can always buy the domain separately. Honestly, most domains are around $3 to $4 per year. And it's the same as purchasing any type of product online. You go in, make your account, you purchase a domain, and it's yours for a year, and you can just always renew it, etc. Or if you get it through the same platform, you're going to go ahead and be able to buy it through here as well. And like I said, just get the plan that's most suited for your convenience. Don't worry about all the extra stuff right now, the analytics, the site booster, the ads, the etc. Don't worry about that kind of stuff for right now. Just get the most basic. For Shopify, like I said, this one also has different plans. But like I said, always get the most basic. And Shopify actually gives the option to let you know, okay, depends on how many amounts of products. If you're going to be selling 100 to 500 a month, or if you're going to be selling 500 to 1,000, if you need extra support like a platform, etc. I mean, it's going to have different pricing options. But like I said, go for the one that's going to be suited for you. And at the end of the day, I built Wix websites, for example. Let me show you this one. It is actually a client of ours. And he's actually an advisor as well. So this one is completely built on Wix. And it has a different section: home, about us, services, different types of products, order now, or if you want to download something. Okay. This website, I helped them out with the entire part with purchasing the domain, with connecting the domain, with making his website and everything. And it cost them for an entire year, I'd like to say no more than $100 or $200 for the entire year. That's domain, that's hosting, that's everything. And he has the option to shop and add to cart. Okay. So like I said, it's you probably spend more on an ad for radio or TV than an entire year on a website and on social media. The light and the pictures. Okay. Yes, Mr. Vallejo.
Martin, so
Yes.
I had to like leave almost at the middle of this. Would this webinar be available on demand?
Yes, it's going to be available on demand. And the link, I think it should generate it by tomorrow.
Okay.
We can put the link on our Facebook page, or yeah, it'll be on our Facebook page, or if you want, I can email it to you. Just send me a quick email there to remind. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we had a question of how to change the light in the pictures. You just have to go into the editor of your site. The editor is a place that you're going to be able to make all the changes.
Is there any way that you know how you take? I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm able to hear you. Yeah,
You know how
feel
you
free.
take pictures and people have like that white back because I came in late. You
Mm-hmm.
know how people have like the white background on their pictures? How do you do that? Like, say if I'm gonna take pictures of my soaps and lotions that I make, but I
Mm-hmm.
want it on a white background, is there anything that I can use online that will help me get rid of the background so it's just white?
Yes, I'll go ahead and answer that right now. I'll just answer this question that I had first.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, no problem. So to change the themes, you're gonna click on Design, Themes, and you can change the colors, the fonts, animation, everything through here. Okay, so it says here the main color is this one, but you can always change it. Okay, this one was generated because I asked the site to generate them for me, but like I said, you can always do that from scratch, and you can always add more colors right here as if it were any type of as if it were like paint, you could say. You can change it here. You can make it dark. Okay, and it changes it. Okay, all that stuff you can change it on the part that says design. Themes, colors, fonts, animation. And to change the photo directly, you just have to click on the photo. Okay, and you can edit the image, replace, settings, adjust, hide. Okay, by clicking on replace, it's gonna open up your little gallery, and you can always upload media from, there's some from Wix, there's some from pretty much anywhere, and you just search for it. Okay, so that's the part that you use on the editor. I really like the Wix editor more than most. Squarespace has a really good editor as well, which is another host. But yeah, basically just learning how to use the editor, and you're gonna be able to make all the changes that you want. Okay, and now to answer the other question we had, how do you take the pictures of your product so it'll be a white background? It's actually very simple. Let me try showing you right now. Okay, I've taken pictures with, for example, I've dealt with smaller products. What I usually do, are you able to see my screen right now? Okay, for example, I've taken pictures. What you basically have to do is put in a white background, and you have to have the correct lighting, which you can actually find them at Walmart. You can buy any type. You don't have to buy like any type of professional studio lights. I've worked with these type of lights. Let me see if I can get them around. Give me a second. Well, basically any type of lights that'll have a white background, and the white background could be like white cardboard that you can buy from Walmart, like for the ones you use for painting, or it could be a white sheet. I recommend the cardboard, honestly. And you can get uh, these daylight or daytime light bulbs. They're at Walmart. They're available for like $8 per bulb, or have for a set like of 2 or 3 bulbs. You just put them on the sides, and let's say here's your product. You put the white background, and you have the 2 lights, and you can go ahead and start taking the pictures of it. It's actually very, very simple. If you have a much bigger product, then you might need some sheets, and you might need to have much more lights. But at the end of the day, it's the same concept. Like if you can put them, you can take the pictures from the top, or you can take them from the side, etc. Was I able to answer your question there?
Yes, thank you. Thanks for your help.
No problem. Okay, so from here for the presentation, we're basically in the part of the Q&A. So feel free to ask any other questions that you guys might have.
I do have a question about, you know how if you were to buy a template that you pay for on Shopify or, you know, one big commerce, are you the owner of that template once you buy it?
You become, no, you're not the only owner. Anybody else can actually buy the same template. You don't become the only owner if you buy it from Shopify. But if you buy it from like somebody that designed it for you, then you would be the owner.
Okay, thank you.
Let me show you. I've used from different places where you buy templates, or there's even free places to buy templates. Let me show you. I like using the templates from here because they're really cool. So, for example, all templates. So right here, basically, you can get templates from here. Some are free, some you have to purchase. But there's a lot of different templates that you can get here, and even for an entire page. Contact page with map. And from Shopify, there's much more as well. Yeah, basically, you're able to buy templates from any part of the sites. Either it could be on Wix or it could be on Shopify. You can buy templates, or like I said, you can make them from scratch. And in that case, you would become the owner of that specific template. In WordPress, there's actually a lot more templates as well. Like I said, it's just I usually when I'm starting with the design of the website, I start thinking, okay, what type of business am I working with, and what kind of template do they want, and so I just select the host that has that template that I liked. I would recommend that. Do you have any other more questions?
I think in the beginning, I have one more question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
In the beginning, you had said that there's a checklist. What kind of checklist were you talking about?
Sure. Okay. Like I said,
Okay.
For this, we're assuming that anytime you get started on making a website and being on social media, this is a checklist that I would highly recommend you apply before even getting started, just to save you a lot of time and a lot of money actually that you're going to be investing into your site, is to have this kind of stuff first. If for an existing business, it's having a professional logo or a corporate image, because for the site, for you to be able to change the colors, the themes, everything, it has to be adapted to your own logo and to your corporate image, okay? If you have somebody who will work the website and networks, because like I showed you at the end, is you need to have an entire digital strategy for it, for the website and social media to work. So it won't be just an investment, and so you could get your money back for that. Okay. Like I
Okay.
said, you have to have the time to have somebody to dedicate it and be constant, because uploading content and having all the steps to get people for your website, you need to be constant. It's consistency is the key here, and you don't have any serious customer service problem, which means that if in your business people call you and you're never pick up the phone, or people have really bad reviews of your business or anything, first things first, you need to solve that type of thing, because once you have a website and once you implement strategies, you're just going to start getting more customers, and if you don't answer them, you know, it's like a bad rating, bad website for you, bad rating on your website. Okay.
Okay.
And for
Thank you.
startups, no problem. And for startups, I recommend having just like everything laid out on a business plan and knowing exactly who your target market is. Okay. If you guys have any other questions, you can always also email me and we can set up a session. And I have no problem with helping you guys out with, you know, having the correct layout for your website, implementing a whole digital strategy. Next week, be sure not to miss out our how to use paid ads training. I've done most social media trainings before, like how to produce content, how to use social media for your small business, etc. This one's actually a little bit higher, which is how to make Facebook ads, how to make Google ads, and getting for your getting all that kind of stuff for your website. So I highly recommend having both always, having your website and having your social media. And after that, you can start making a strategy and you're going to start seeing your business is going to be attracting more clients. You're going to start seeing that you're going to have a lot better interaction with your clients, and you can only benefit your business if you do these steps correctly. Okay. So guys, if you don't have any other further questions, I'm going to go ahead and end here the recording and end here the webinar. So do you guys have any other questions?
No, I'm good.
Perfect. And like I said, here's my email and our website. Feel free to send me an email with any more questions and to set up a session. A copy of a PowerPoint, sure, send me an email, Mr. Marshall, and I'll send you a copy of the PowerPoint.
Martin, before you leave, I also sent you an email, and if you could send a copy of the presentation as well with the webinar, the link to the webinar, we really appreciate it.
Okay, like I said, the webinar should probably be done recording by tomorrow. So I'll send that out then.
Excellent. Thank you very much. That
Perfect.
would be it for me.
Perfect. My name is Martin Calderon. Okay, and like I said, you can contact me from right here or by our website, and we can always schedule some type of appointment, okay? All right, guys, well, thank you for being part of this webinar. Be sure to follow us on our social media, check your emails, and to share this to more people once you get that link. And if anybody needs any help with any part of this, just feel free to send me an email, okay? You're very welcome. All right, guys, so have a great rest of your day, okay?